a shed update, and I'm actually started on the figure side. However, I need to finish up the I call it the Gundam animated side. I got most of it pretty much sorted. I just gotta restack it just a tad bit, and I gotta take care of the battle stars down there and put them up there on top on the battle stars section. But anyway, I'll work on that probably a little bit later. But I wanted to tackle the figures, which I've had it just ever-growing figure section. As you can see, I've dug through most through here. You can see the how everything's double stacked and all that good stuff. So I've been pulling out what I can. What I'm gonna probably end up doing is we're gonna go basically Monarch, Mobius, and then I call I want to say antique models or vintage. Kind of Aurora, some of the special ones like the the cross and the old Hawk totem poles. I'll filter that in until we get to the end here, and we'll start going into, I want to say, movie characters, Alien, Bond, stuff like that, Link, Crash Bandicoot. Oh, come on, and so on. He's just going to fall down. I'm going to have to put him in another place. And then I was going to do, well, I'm doing vinyl and resin, but what I decided to do was pretty much Star Wars. Go over here doing Star Trek, which I got a lot of them. They must have been cheap. I'm going to say that. Then of course, I was going to do, they are vinyl, the AMT ones, so are the geometrics, but I wanted to get the Star Trek over here close to the Star Trek, Star Wars, basically over here. Because I want to pretty much add more Star Wars when The Last Jedi comes out, and of course more Bandai when it comes more available at the hobby store. But anyway, working on the figures. So the bottom second shelf here is pretty much just going to be Pegasus and mostly Polar Lights. And when I say Polar Lights, I mean we're talking, if you can see in the shadows back there, there are basically, well, let's get Mr. Phone out here. Got a light source on it. They're like double stacked all the way in the back, and I'll probably end up stacking a little bit more. But anyway, as you can see, I've been cleaning out, trying to get the Mobius kits separated from the Polar Lights kits, and just working my way down. The bottom here, I went ahead and kept the Dinos section. And I left a few other ones, like down there's Metabots, Dragon Ball Z, and pretty much left the dinosaur section. Going to have to kind of intermingle some of it. The old comic book kits from Toy Biz, them are down here. The gigantic kits, which they were really cheap. I always say they're usable. And of course, got the Concord Stagecoach, and then over here we're basically trying to do I call it like real kits, the Invisible Man, Horse, Dog, Frog, you name it and all that. But anyway, there's that, and we start the real space and UFO section. But figure wise, trying to hopefully it'll work out just fine. But I in chaos at the moment because I got to dig out the Mobius kits, which I know damn well I'll be adding more to it, so trying to get it all situated. Up on top, I kind of had to, I was going to put Mobius down here on the front end, but it was just easier to do it this way. They're bigger kits, like their Conan, which I pretty much that's their first kit. That's actually correct. There's two in that case. There's one in there. They had a founder sale, which that was a really cheap buy to get that. I only got one of the that one. And someday I'll get a second one. But anyway, as you can see, we're trying to got a little bit of a vinyl section, which that'll probably be intertwined throughout, mostly because of the boxes. Little Screaming kits, Horizon kits, Draco Spawn, and then the Illuminators. Of course, the old Revell reissue of the monster kits, which basically down there, same thing, but I like the long boxes. Those are the old monogram boxes. And monogram, Batman, Robin, Superman. And just trying to make everything fit. Now, some of the Polar Light big ones probably have to, I'll have to put on top. And I'm going to try to do it where I can add to the top more than the bottom. But anyway, trying to get everything situated, you know. Then we got the Resin Monster House, which is based off of the Mobius one's based off that one, if I am not mistaken. But anyway, we got Peaches. If you ain't seen Peaches, it was one of those. It was in the bargain bin at a website a long time ago, and that's an old Mr. Flintbone kit. We do like Peaches, so we got Peaches up here. The Guyver. Funny story about this. There was a bargain bin at a model place online, and they had the male and female. I bought the female immediately. They sent it to me, opened it up, it was the male, went back online, bought the male, and they sent me the female. So they had it reversed, but I went ahead and got both. But anyway, that's a fun little story. But anyway, we're trying to, I want to try to get there's some kits I want to have stacked in the back, like the old Wrestler ones. There's some, the Silly Surfers and all that. We don't really get into. We just know that they're up there. But anyway, we're trying to, hopefully, get it all situated. But anyway, I am adding stuff to the Ark always. And first up, and these were new out. These are the Dragon Ball, and this is Volma's capsule, and Ox King's vehicle, which, I mean, they're like this big, I think. I want to say 1/144th, maybe 72nd scale, probably be pushing it. It's that Mecha collection, which is, you know, real small stuff, which is, you know, like that. The tiny Star Blazer ships, and where was the other one? This type of stuff, you know, really small stuff. But anyway, one of those had to have both because number one, they make a little scene there, and it said number one and number two, so immediately, you know, I had to buy it. But anyway, these look pretty darn sick. I saw a Japanese modeler on Instagram. He was building these, and I thought they were extremely well done. So anyway, there's that. So we are adding these to the ever increasing anime section. And of course, I've been had this in layaway for a long time, and I forgot all about it. This was another Riddler, so we can add to that Riddler, and so we can have two each, because that's the way we like to roll around here in the Ark, having two of the kits. So we can have at least two complete sets. But anyway, and then I was at a garage sale, and I picked up another Constitution, which I got like 3 or 4 of those. They were cheap. I get weak when it's you know, very, very cheap models. But anyway, you can always make something else other than the Constitution. And then I was cleaning out the room. Don't know why the jaw. Where's Mr. Shark at? There's Mr. Shark. And he's going there. I like to pick up the pewter figures. I think they're 32nd scale, so I try to, and that's Data, and it's one of those, you know, I think they're, you know, whatever 32nd scale, you know, like the bridge here, you know, you could put with it, you know, just stuff like that. Like to accessorize when necessary. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. I'm still trying to rearrange just a tad, a little bit here and there, but we are trying to tackle the ever-growing figure collection in the Ark, and that's what I've got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.